Hi Gary, my name is Benja Bimbola from Nigeria, West Africa. It's 2:16 a.m. in the morning here, and I'm grinding. I hope this gets in. My question is short and simple to you and Simon. When do you know you have the chops as a young person to start talking? When you have the results to back it, but you're not an all-time great yet? Do you start talking or do you document? Thank you.
I think you start talking, the whole thing is a process, though you start talking immediately. I mean, it takes a long time to become an overnight success, right? And I think for the both of us and everybody we know that we admire and who's achieved anything, they've been at this a long time and they've been talking at it. And by the way, they weren't great at the beginning. They go watch early interviews of Steve Jobs. Right? Early interviews of Steve Jobs are fantastic. He's terrible. And he actually in one of them says, I need to go throw up because he's so nervous about talking on camera. He's terrible. And the point is he practices and he practices and he practices, he gets better, but he does it out loud. And I think the idea of hiding until it's perfect, it's a fool's game. I think you put yourself out there, you start, you practice out loud, then you get feedback, and you grow.
You counterpunch. You adjust.
You put it out there.
I would say the one thing that you may be referring to that I talk about a lot is it's tough to come out the gate at 22 and say this is the definitive thing. Here's my advice. I think talking to the world about your truth,
about what you believe,
correct, is the game.
Is the game.
I think what we're seeing on the internet right now, like I'm a
22-year-old.
I'm a business coach,
guru,
and I'm going to teach you. And the only business I have is you're going to pay me $20K, and I'm going to teach you how to charge other people down the ladder $20K to give you advice. That's the bad stuff. So your point of view on the world and like what you believe and where you come from, that's gold. Your process. That's why I talk a lot about documenting instead of creating. It's just your truth. But I agree with you. I mean, there's no substitute for doing. The amount of people that wait for the perfect thing and then never do anything.
You know the most beautiful thing when you're young and you think you have something to contribute is to admit that you don't know everything, admit that you're learning.
Yes.
If you say, I'm a 22-year-old expert and I can help you do X, Y, and Z, you actually, it's not true. There's so much more to learn and everybody knows that.
Everybody who is the kind of people that you want.
The
people that are attracted to that are going to do very little for you besides some short-term dollars.
Agreed. And if you say, look, I'm in this business, I'm fascinated by it, I'm growing fast, I'm learning fast, I'm still a student of this stuff, but I have this service to offer, that humility is unbelievably attractive and people want to be a part of that because they know you're showing up to learn, not to...
Simon, I don't know if you're paying attention to this, but in reverse what's happening is people are renting expensive things, showing a bullshit lifestyle on Instagram, like, going to they're asking their dad to take $25,000 out in cash from the bank, putting it on a bed, taking a picture, then putting it back in the bed, like just complete and utter fraud. And it pisses me off.
That's insane.
Yeah, and by the way, like it's just a non-winning game.
And you only attract people who want
the
that,
worst.
and that's not even who you are.
The worst.